I think Hysteria is just an interesting platform for you because this is a dark one, but it's fascinating. It's got lots of action. Of course, there's a little comedy thrown in there as well. Was there something about faith or even this premise that drew you to be a part of the series?
Well, I first of all am a huge fan of the 80s. I live in the 80s. So seeing the script, and I actually love 80s metal, and Def Leppard is like my favorite band. So seeing the name Hysteria, I was like, oh my God, I need this role. Um, and I am a big fan of 80s horror. So I think everything about the genre drew me. I've been having like horror movie marathon already since September. So huge fan of the genre. I actually, in auditioning, I auditioned for two different roles before we landed on Faith. But Faith's story reading, actually, all I got was the pilot, but um, kind of reading the sides that I got and seeing the dynamic between Faith and Tracy, that kind of mother-daughter dynamic, I knew that was going to be really interesting. And I love challenging roles, and I knew that's what I was going to get with this.
I find this so interesting because this guy goes missing, and then you guys start a band around this to sort of make light of it, but also get attention for him as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. Did it take you reading the script, or did they talk to you a little bit about who Faith was ahead of time? Did you get some background on her?
I got a little bit. Um, like I said, I it was so quick. I auditioned for two different roles. Over the weekend, I got another email and said that they wanted to have me audition for Faith. And at that point, I had read the pilot, um, and I had seen kind of what Faith has in the pilot, but still, I was like, "Who is Faith?" And I did have a meeting with our showrunner and our creator, Matthew Scott Kane, and he did give me a lot of the backstory of Faith, and because I mean, some of the sides. Scene one was like the opening scene of the pilot, and scene two was from episode three. So I was like, there's a big gap that I need to know what's going on here. But I did have a meeting with them, and they explained to me the relationship with Faith and Tracy and what was going on. So that definitely helped. And then it was like next morning, I read for Faith.
Did it take you putting on the costume? Well, certainly you've already said that you're an 80s baby, so maybe it didn't take putting on the costume for you to get embody, to embody this persona of Faith.
I think I think it definitely helped. Putting on the wardrobe was dream come true for me, and seeing all the kind of 80s interiors and decor that we had. We have a lot of fun. There's a lot of dark situations in the show, obviously, and there's some fun high school situations that I think kind of uh, seeing the wardrobe 80s style definitely helped me. And the makeup, that was, I mean, super fun. I mean, my Pinterest is all like 80s hair and makeup because I try to recreate that in real life. So it was a dream.
I love Anna Camp's costume for this. Her hair in particular is just, you don't recognize her in this role altogether. Did you all take a bit of time to work out your mother-daughter bond, or was it just all there on the page?
That's funny you mentioned that actually, because the first time I met Anna was on set in costume, and I saw her in the wig, and I did not recognize her. And I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, that's Anna. Um, but I think our relationship on set is very interesting because there is a lot of it that's mapped out already. I think that was something that drew us everybody to the scripts is everything is so well written and so well developed already. The whole kind of world is very immersive. But I think me and Anna on set, we have a very opposite relationship to what we have on the show and our dynamic. We're best friends on set. We're always like making jokes and singing and laughing. But I think that actually kind of helped us get a chemistry going, to where we feel comfortable with each other in these like really intense scenes where we're like really pushing each other's limits. We just kind of feel comfortable to really see where we can go. So as soon as like they yell cut, we're like back to
Seeing
singing and laughing.
talking pitch
But
perfect things in my mind.
yeah,
That's
yeah, but it really did help a lot. Yeah.
I mean, she is a well-known comedic actress, so this dramatic turn is very, unexpected for her, and I really loved her performance in this. It's
Yeah.
giving me a lot of, you know, she's just exceptional in this role. I have to ask you, were there some moments when you were shooting particular scenes that you're most proud of the work you put into, or maybe one that challenged you the most as an actress?
I think throughout this whole season, I learned so much. There's so many different situations that I think I would have had to have learned from various different roles and different projects just because Faith goes through so much in this show. I think the most challenging for me and the one I'm most proud of is episode 5. Um, it's very central on me to Faith and Tracy. You kind of see a lot of backstory and kind of why a lot of origin stories. I don't want to give too much away, but that's definitely that was a lot of work we put into that, and I'm definitely proud of that episode.
I mean, there is a lot of Satanist, but also a lot of religious undertones as well to the series. So that adds a little heaviness to it as well. But I'm glad that it was so easy for you to shake off those harder moments from filming and just find Nikki again outside of those roles.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of young people in the cast as well. What was it like for you connecting with MJ and connecting with Kezzy and Kiara?
Yeah, I think it's so fun to do these kind of coming of age just because you get to make so many friends and um, develop relationships. We had so much fun. We're best friends. We've been doing like Halloween activities, like Haunted Hayride and Queen Mary Halloween Horror Nights. So it's really fun when you get a great cast, a great group of people that you kind of they're kind of built-in friends, and you get to do all these especially like now so many like spooky activities. I love Halloween, so to have people to kind of join me in on that is I love.
What do you think it is about Hysteria that's just going to make it a fast fan favorite, scary watch?
I think I think there's a lot of relatability in the show. I think we have so many characters and different personalities that I think anybody watching is bound to have at least one person that they relate to or a situation that they relate to. I think also the 80s nostalgia is so much fun. And the music, we have 80s metal and we have 80s pop. So there's going to be something, whatever you listen to, there's something for everybody.
I was going to say the music is not just the band makes, but the, the music that's featured is still such a bop. You know,
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
there's a show called English Teacher on now, and they play 80s music like right at the start. And I'm like, I'm dating myself, but like getting into it at the
Yeah.
start.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was really something that drew me to the project. Like bucket list type of project.
Oh, this is great. What are the other projects you've been busy working on, Nikki?
Right now I've been in the studio working on writing music and yeah, I mean I can't say much, but it's been busy with press at the moment.
So is there possibly an EP or a full album in the works, or is that untouchable still too?
I would love yeah, an EP soon.
Is there an artist you would love to collaborate with on music in the future?
Oh my gosh. So many. I I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. I love Lana Del Rey. If I could work with one of those two, that would be a dream.
We'll see if we can sneak a Jack Antonoff cameo in there.
Oh yeah, throw them in there too. The whole like what four
Bring
of
it all,
us?
bring the whole group, right? It's the perfect
Yeah,
trio.
right.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the wonderful work you do on our screens?
Oh my gosh. I want to say thank you so much for your support. I know some of the people that have been following me have been there for me since my childhood. And thank you for sticking around. And Hysteria on Peacock, October 18th. I hope you enjoy.